1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. Brady and Gaz in for Levac and Wolf on this Memorial Day. On the phone, ESPN New York's Adam Rubin covers the Mets. Everything about the Mets he has the answers to, and the thing I want the answer to is Noah Syndergaard ejected the other night throwing behind Chase Utley, retribution for last year's takeout slide on Ruben Tejada. What did you make of just how that whole situation transpired?
Well, it didn't surprise me that Noah Syndergaard was the pitcher to make that type of pitch, although after coaching from the Mets PR people, he didn't say it was on purpose. After all, he was the guy during the World Series who, after the Royals had their way at the plate the first two games in Kansas City, the series comes to New York, and Noah Syndergaard buzzes Alcides Escobar with that first pitch, whizzes it past and throws it to the backstop to send a message. So clearly, in this situation, not hitting Utley, but at least sending some kind of message about last year's NLDS doesn't surprise me at all. The thing that surprises me a little bit, one, that the Mets had a 4-game series earlier in the month in L.A., had better opportunities with either first base opener, lopsided games, did nothing to Utley, and then the umpire's reaction too. Now, I understand that they're just looking out for the well-being of the game. They don't want to end up in a beanball war, but I think as the players, they understood that that was the answer for last year's NLDS, not the start of something new. And there was no way that the Dodgers were going to retaliate, especially with Kershaw on the mound in the series finale. He wasn't going to get tossed. So ejection didn't make a ton of sense, but you could justify it based on the fact that it clearly was intentional.
Adam, any idea why they did wait?
No, I mean, Terry Collins in L.A. earlier in the month had a team meeting before the series and said, hey, look, don't do anything that's going to get us hurt in terms of the Dodgers trying to answer and hurting Mets batters. And number two, don't do anything that's going to get yourself suspended. He didn't say anything before this series. So maybe Syndergaard, just in the absence of information, decided to take it upon himself. I don't think there was coaching, that it was kind of something that Terry and the staff encouraged him to do. But as I said, it's kind of Noah's MO at this point to do those kind of pitches.
Adam Rubin, ESPN New York, with us, 1045 The Team, 1045theteam.com. Brady and Gaz in for Levac and Wolf today. In addition to all the fireworks around Noah Syndergaard and Chase Utley this weekend was also the honoring of the 86 Mets championship team. What was the environment like at Citi Field? What was that celebration like?
Well, the focal point was obviously Saturday when the players were honored pregame. The entire weekend, though, at Citi Field was pretty packed, and when you throw in all the Utley drama and all that, it was really an exciting weekend. In terms of the pregame ceremony on Saturday, just about every Met from that 86 team was there. Roger McDowell missed it because he's the Braves pitching coach, Kevin Elster, I'm told by the Mets, was ill, and Doug Sisk just chose not to come. He said a conflict with his employer, but otherwise, just about everyone was there that's living. Unfortunately, Gary Carter passed away a few years ago from brain cancer, but that probably lent itself to the most moving moments of the entire weekend. Gary Carter's son, DJ, caught the first pitch, a ceremonial first pitch from Jesse Orozco before Saturday's game, and then kind of jumped into Jesse Orozco's arms, kind of recreating the last pitch of the World Series. And DJ Carter is, I think, 32 right now, which was basically Gary's playing age as a Met, and they look so much alike, other than kind of the frizzy, puffy hair. So it was a pretty emotional moment.
Adam, the Mets are hoping to get back to the World Series again this year. One of their guys in the rotation that can help them get there is Matt Harvey, but he's off to a rough start this season. Can you pinpoint one or two reasons why Harvey is struggling so much so far this season?
Well, yeah, I mean, if they could solve it, they would solve it. But Terry Collins, the Mets manager, is kind of talked about the issues. Number one, Matt Harvey threw 216 innings last year, which was the most ever in a first season back from Tommy John surgery. So, I mean, clearly there's some kind of hangover there, even though he physically there's no injury. There's some kind of hangover in terms of his fastball and his velocity not being what it was last year. He's clearly having some mechanical difficulties too. They've identified them, but it's a problem fixing him in where he carries it into the games. He ends up kind of getting out of his mechanics in the fourth, fifth, sixth innings. You see his success level really go away, and the ERA just spikes. And the other thing too is that sports, particularly baseball, is a game of confidence. And Matt Harvey, I don't think has ever been shaken like this in his life, at least in a sports setting. And he really hasn't figured out exactly how to react to it. So he's getting out of his mechanics worse because he's thinking about things and struggles instead of just kind of from muscle memory pitching.
Adam Rubin, ESPN New York, with us, 104.5 The Team, 104.5theteam.com. Brady and Goss in for Levac today. Another guy who struggled this weekend was Juris Familia. Took the loss last night on Sunday Night Baseball. After the game, he was already looking for answers, was looking at tape and things like that. Does that worry you when you hear that? Because I always hear the term paralysis by analysis. Should Familia just chalk it up to, hey, it was just a bad weekend, or should he be diving in looking for more?
Well, I mean, that's baseball today. If right off the clubhouse, there's a video room, and you'll see so many of the players, even right after they're at bat, but definitely after the game, dissecting every nuance of every swing they had. So it's probably endemic in baseball right now. But he basically said, I'm going to forget about this weekend, and it was not a good weekend. Neither was a save situation, but on Friday he gives up a 3-run double to Chase Utley in a 4-run ninth inning as the Dodgers tie the score. Fortunately for the Mets, Granderson hit the walk-off home run in the bottom half, so you could kind of look past that. But then again on Sunday, has a difficulty, gives up 2 runs in the ninth inning after entering in a tie game, walked 2 batters, which is not really him to walk batters. So he's got some issues to clean up. He's been very good, solid this year in terms of save conversions. He hasn't blown a save all season, but there have been moments where he's putting too many guys on base. Terry Collins said pitch selection's issue or execution of some of the secondary pitches like the slider, where his bread and butter is the 2-seam fastball, the sinker, and maybe he's getting away from that and then not having success with some of the other pitches.
Adam, I spent my 3rd consecutive year as an on-field support staff member at the Cooperstown Hall of Fame Classic this weekend, and I sat next to Mets representative Todd Pratt on the bus back from Doubleday Field to the Otissaga Hotel, and last year it was John Franco, and the year before that it was Edgardo Alfonso. So I have loved all of the Mets representatives in the 3 years I've been there. Who are some of your favorite Mets that you've covered?
Oh, boy. I mean, it's funny. Sometimes it's not the prominent guys that you have really good relationships with. You're catching me off guard a little bit. Certainly, in terms of more prominent names, Tom Glavine was an incredibly classy guy to deal with. But as I've covered the team for 15 years now, and so many of the guys who are not as high in stature, some of the guys that you have the best conversations with, whether it's like guys like Nick Evans or Josh Sadden. You know what? Actually, Pedro Martinez was one of the most fun guys to cover. Incredibly intelligent pitcher, very engaging. So there are a ton of really fun guys who have been around over the years.
Adam, we'll ask you this then, because it is one of your off days. You've said you've covered the team for 15 years. For the younger broadcasters, reporters hoping to get that gig, their future dream job of covering an MLB team, what do you do on an off day? What are you doing today on Memorial Day?
Well, you really can't shut down these days, even on your days off. So even though I cover about 130 of the 162 games, the other 32, they give me a little break to exhale. But I still watch the game, still tweet about it. So you want to be one-stop shopping. You can't just disappear on your off days because the fans are counting on to see you on social media and stuff like that and answer questions and stuff. So I've already posted some things, even though I'm back at home today and not at the ballpark.
Adam Rubin, ESPN New York, with us, 104.5 The Team, 104.5theteam.com. Adam, it is Memorial Day. Have a hot dog, have a beer. You've earned it, all right?
Yeah, come on.
Appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys.
Thanks a lot, Adam.